you today. Forgive me for doing a makeup video in my bathrobe, which once I have a hot flash will come off and it'll then be me in my pajamas. But I'm getting ready for an audition and I thought I would show you my basic audition makeup. This is the makeup that I am doing every day that I'm not showing you, but I've shown you before, so you could totally skip this video because you've seen all of this before. Oh, that didn't take long for me to heat up. Okay, so for auditions lately, my hair just goes back in a ponytail or a low bun. So I have not done my hair yet. I will do my hair afterwards, but this is essentially what it's going to look like. So for many of my auditions, it's really just about showing the face. So this is a basic makeup that looks good on camera. It's also a minimal makeup for a makeup that's on camera. You want to start with a good moisturizer. And I know this is an overnight sleep mask. I did a sponsored video a while ago for Teami about their overnight sleep mask, and I am not using this as an overnight sleep mask. I'm using this as a general all-around moisturizer. I really, really like it. And I like it under makeup because it's got like a stickiness to it, and it makes the makeup look really good, and it lasts. I am very excited. I ordered a big fancy Hollywood mirror to go on the wall right there, which is really nice for me because this is the only mirror that I'm using. This is the only thing I see myself in. So when you see me looking down and doing all that, this is the only mirror that I have. So yeah. Okay, that is... Ideally, I would have put this on a few minutes before, but I did not. I have been using a NARS concealer. This shade is called Canal, and I really like it. It's not as pale as the vanilla. The vanilla I have used a number of times, and I like it, but this has a little bit darker tone, so it doesn't like stand out as much. So I go around the eyes. You can see it's just about the same color as my skin. Now sometimes, let's see, I haven't slept well the last couple nights, so maybe I'll add a little bit of the vanilla to that. Just a tiny bit. Just to lighten that up right in there. And then I take my soft blend concealer brush and I smudge that. Blend that in. Using the same Canal shade. So I touch all the little red spots and then smooch them in. And honestly, for everyday wear where I'm not on camera, like if I were just going out to dinner or out to lunch with a girlfriend, I would do just about this. Maybe hit a little on top of the nose, just with whatever's left on the brush. So I think that is plenty of makeup for a daily use. I don't think we need more than that. Just put on a little sleep, cover up the little blemishes, and call it done. I don't like to wear more makeup than I need. But this is for an audition, and the camera sees things a certain way, and so I want to create a really, really flawless canvas. Well, you know, flawless as best we can. With what we have to work with. Using my stainless steel palette. This is NARS. NARS sent me a whole bunch of cosmetics for free. Thank you very much, NARS. And I'm really, really enjoying them. I find that they last all day long. And I'm talking, I put on my makeup, I do auditions, then I change my makeup for another audition, then I do another audition, then I have lunch, then I'll do another audition, and then I go to the gym. And at the end of the day, I still have makeup on. So it really holds up well. This shade is Santa Fe. It is their medium 2. And I like to apply the least amount as possible. So I just put a small amount on the palette, and I use my soft blend concealer brush, and I just try to apply, I just try to get a little tiny bit on the brush and get the least amount of makeup on my face possible. So you're really keeping your brush very dry. You're putting very little product on, just sort of dancing it around. You don't want a mask. And if you have a foundation that is buildable, then you can start out really sheer and you can add more of it where you need it. Used all of the makeup, but in very, it's a boring way to put on foundation, but it looks really nice because it's just very sheer. It's barely there. Gonna add a little bit of, I don't usually use a cream blush, but I kind of like them and I'm playing with them, so we'll do a little bit of that. I usually end up topping off with an actual powder blush because I'm more used to those, but this is Rush and it is a rosy, like a rose red. For real life, I wouldn't bother with powder. This is a very matte foundation. Everything that I'm using is quite matte, and that on older skin really alleviates the need for powder because most of us don't need a lot of powder. I will probably use a little bit of powder because, again, my makeup that I'm doing right now is for camera. So I'm gonna use a little bit of powder, but in real life, I probably wouldn't. And I'm just gonna use an old powder brush, RCMA, no color powder. A little bit on the brush. Tap it in, tap it out. A NARS palette that they sent me, that they probably intended it to be just a blush palette, blush and contour and highlight, but I use this for everything. So this has been wonderful for traveling. I don't even bother with eyeshadow most of the time. I just use the contour. I figure, why take more than you need? You can see the colors are beautiful. Very simple. I have this little brush from ADA Studio. It is their F1. And I'm gonna just take a little of this matte brown, which they call, I think it's Indecent. And just as I've put on weight, I do notice that I need to highlight my cheekbones a little more. And I take whatever's left and I just give myself a little definition under the jaw. I don't do this for real life, but I do for camera. I will do a little shading on my nose, which sometimes honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm still getting used to shading. If you've seen any of my live videos, you see sometimes a little heavy-handed with it, so I'm going to learn not to be heavy-handed with it. And I've probably been too heavy-handed with it. So I'm going to take my Soft Blend Concealer brush and just soften it. I literally can't see anything that I'm doing, so I'm just going to assume that I'm doing something. Carrying on. Now some blush. This one has a little bit of sheen to it. This one doesn't. I just want to top that off a little bit for longevity, so I'm going to go with, actually, I'm going to get a little bit of both on the brush. And I like a little bit up here just to keep from looking too dead. Just a little bit of life. This brush is by Sigma. I have loved all of the information off of it. It came in a kit, a set of like 9 brushes that I got about 4 years ago. And I'm just gonna use some of this Indecent, and I'm not being particularly particular. Yeah, I didn't know what word I was going for there. I just give myself a little bit of shadow right there. because I am blending challenged, I always take a clean brush and I just smudge everything out. Sometimes I will do a little bit under the eyes for certain characters if I want a little more definition, but generally for auditions I'm going for a very clean under eye look, which is different from what a lot of people are doing on YouTube, but this is not YouTube makeup, this is real life actor makeup. I don't care for the highlight in this. It seems to have a little bit of brown tone, which I like a little highlight on my nose. And when I use that brown tone, all of a sudden it looks like a little brown smudge on my nose. So I don't use that. I do use my Urban Decay Sin highlighter. This is for camera, under lighting, so I definitely highlight. Just makes those cheekbones stand out a little bit more. And when I want to look cute, I put a dot on my nose. When I want to look sophisticated, I go more with a line on my nose. And I just found that the best tool is my pinky. Sometimes I'll do a little highlighter on the upper lip. All in all, a pretty basic look. I do tight lining with a soft black pencil. This is Sephora Black Lace. And I'm really trying to get as in between the lashes, rather than going towards the eye and getting it deep there, I'm really just trying to get under the lashes. And here's what I've been doing lately. I'm pulling it out a little bit on the edge. Got a little much there. And you can see, I get a little messy on there. I'm not worried about it. I will take a flat bristled brush and I'm going in with a black or a charcoal color. Just on that flat bristled brush, give it a good tap, and then just right along the lash line. It's not perfect. It's not even close to perfect. That's okay. It came out a little bit par. That one out a little bit par. And then I will take that smudge brush . Yep, that's it. That's plenty. Do I do the best job in the world? No, I do not. I've had people write to me and say, you need to watch other YouTubers. You know what? No, I'm me. I can't see up close very well. I do the best I can. We're all just doing the best we can in life. I have never claimed to be a makeup artist. I am only an actor. I am the canvas. I just share my experiences and what I've learned. So it's not perfect. And if yours isn't perfect, don't beat yourself up over it. We're not all professional makeup artists. We do the best we can, and that's what we do. Yeah, I got no better words of wisdom. I'm thinking about my audition. I'm gonna give those eyelashes a quick curl. Now, sometimes for certain roles, I will apply false eyelashes, but I don't generally. I find that false eyelashes are beautiful, they're wonderful, they're dramatic, they're glamorous, but for auditions, unless I'm going for a really over-the-top character, I don't go there. I just want to show them me defined. I do change my lipsticks depending on the audition. So for some auditions, if I want a very bold character, I will do a red lip. Today I'm going to be doing a red lip. But otherwise, what have I been using? Oh, where are they? Oh, here they are. Again, NARS sent me for free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A whole bunch of their matte BALM lipsticks, and these are amazing, you guys. They're all in shades of like really nude tones, and there's some darker, some lighter. I love all of them. I have been wearing these like crazy. They stay remarkably well. They do, I will sit, when I sit down to eat, usually the first thing I do is take my napkin and blot my lips, because otherwise when you eat, you kind of can tend to get your lipstick traveling. It leaves almost no residue on the napkin, and it's still there a little bit when I'm done. I'm not saying it's a long-lasting, forever kind of lipstick, but for a lip balm that feels like a balm, that looks matte. In fact, you know what? I will take it off. I will put some on and then take it off just so you can see it. This one is, I have no glasses handy. This one is Intimate. This is a lighter shade. So you can see the NARS is a very soft. So that's a very light color, very moisturizing, even though it's matte. I'm just gonna layer on over that this one, which is Touch Me. Again, another very terrific nude color, matte. Really have been using these like crazy all the time. So I know I haven't done a video in a while with makeup, and this is one of the things. I'm gonna take it off before I put on my red lipstick, but I wanted to show you this lipstick because I really, really like it. And I think that for people who like matte but also want to feel moisture, you're really gonna like this one. Okay, let's get some mascara on. I'm going to pause for a moment. I just did a commercial for Thrive Cosmetics for their mascara, and I will tell you, their mascara rocks. Because of COVID, they sent us home with all of the makeup they used on us. So one of these days I will do a look with all Thrive Cosmetics. But this is their liquid lash extensions, and it is quite lovely. 1 coat of the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions. I like it's you know, I like me a thick, clumpy mascara, but this is nice for lengthening the lashes, not so much making them thick and clumpy. Though I guess with multiple applications, you could achieve thick and clumpy. But this is nice for that cleaner look. I'm going to go in under the eye, but I want to wait for that to dry. I'm going to get a tissue and blot this so that I can apply a red, and I'll also show you how it holds up fairly well. So this is not one of those kiss-proof lipsticks. It's not saying that it's going to last like that, but it does hold up fairly well. So that was a serious blot, and you can see how little came off. So it really is a nice one. Anyway, okay. Last time I did a red lip for you, it looked great to me, and then I watched the video and my lips were all crooked. So let's hope that I don't make them all crooked this time. I'm going in with a natural liner. This is Milani, and I think it is Nude. Yes, Nude. Giving the lips a little extra curve on the outside, right in this area. This is a red that is from NARS. It is matte, and it is a light, bright red. A little more appropriate for spring and summer, not so much that dark crimson red. Little bit of mascara under the eyes now. I find if I don't wait a few minutes, I end up with mascara all up on my brow bone. And here we are, my basic look for auditions that I've been doing for several months. And I've made videos showing you this basic look before, but since, gosh guys, lately I just don't seem to be wearing makeup other than for auditions or Zoom meetings or interviews. Even then, an interview, just like if I'm just doing a casual interview, I do so little. I'll do the concealer under my eyes and put on some lip balm and call it a day. So I think we are in a time where we're just not wearing as much makeup. Or are you? Are you wearing as much makeup as you did in the before times? Or have you dialed it back? Let me know your answers down below. Also, if you have not checked out Mondays with Monique, we will be having a new Mondays with Monique with a new person helping me, and it's going to be Howard. So Howard will be helping me on Monday, and he is looking forward to it and a little nervous, and as am I, as I'm nervous on all of them. And we're now doing topics. So please, if you have any ideas for topics, things that you would like to hear discussed, we're gonna do that for a half hour. We're gonna shoot for a half hour. Last time we talked about Botox and fillers, and honestly, I feel like we could do a whole other hour about it because I don't think we got to all of the questions. But we're gonna do a topic each Monday, and I would like for you to suggest topics, and we will just have a discussion. We're gonna go for a half hour. We might go for 45 minutes, depending on how lively it is. And then Howard and I send out for Chinese food and have dinner. So that's why it's not longer than that, because it's a work night for him. And no, you're very likely not gonna see him, but you are gonna hear him, and you're gonna get to know a lot about his wonderful personality. And I love you bunches. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I'm gonna go get changed into some clothes and get to auditioning, which I cannot share with you, but thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will talk to you very soon.